to keep his fiancée from getting her feet dirty. At the engagement ceremony, the powerful CEO spares no expense and scatters a fortune in gold coins, laying a shining golden path for her, promising to live only for her for the rest of his life. But after his fiancée calls off the wedding, Sang Biao actually forces her into an intimate situation. Even 9 months pregnant, Aisha is still locked in a rundown room, living in complete misery. But one day she suddenly gets a call from her father. Her father tells her to run right away and find a man named Dibiao. Years ago her father saved his life, and if Aisha wants to survive, he is the only one she can count on. It turns out Sang Biao has already found Aisha's hiding place. As the only son in the family, his father has always pushed him to continue the family line. But Sang Biao's family has done every terrible thing imaginable. Aisha's mother hurriedly packs their bags, gathering their valuables. Just as they walk down the stairs, they hear footsteps approaching. Sure enough, a fierce man breaks in. The servant rushes out just in time, and the two struggle together. Aisha can only use the chaos to escape, but just as they run out, they hear a loud shot. Aisha cries out again and again. Aisha's mother keeps the last bit of calm and reason, and tells Aisha to run, or the servant's sacrifice will have meant nothing. The two pass by a restaurant, and see on TV that her father has already lost his life. Aisha is instantly overwhelmed with rage and grief, and right at that moment, Aisha's water breaks. The baby could arrive at any time. The two come to a deserted alley. Aisha's mother picks up a brick, and uses all her strength to break open the door. As soon as Aisha enters the room, the pain becomes unbearable. Luckily Aisha's mother has experience delivering babies. Aisha lies weakly on a pile of trash, biting down on a piece of white cloth, pushing with all her strength, and the child is finally born safely. Looking at the newborn baby, he is still her own flesh and blood after all. She absolutely cannot hand the child over to the heartless Sang Biao. Aisha can only hurry to find a chance. Contacting Dibiao is their only way out, but as she keeps walking, Aisha passes out. Fortunately the embassy takes Aisha in. She quickly calls Dibiao, but at that moment he is preparing to get married. After learning of Aisha's father's death, Dibiao can hardly believe what he is hearing. Many years ago, Dibiao was set up by his enemies, and Aisha's father paid a heavy price to save Dibiao from the kidnappers. From that day on, Dibiao treated Aisha's father as his great benefactor, as long as he asked. Even if it meant walking through fire, Dibiao would do it without hesitation. Back then Aisha was still a little girl, but she fell for Dibiao at first sight, and even secretly told her mother that when she grew up she would marry him. But later, to uncover the secrets of Sang Biao's family, her father went so far as to marry Aisha off to Sang Biao. Thankfully her father finally understood that family mattered most, and stopped the wedding in time. But Aisha's family suffered a brutal revenge. After hearing about Aisha's situation, Dibiao quickly hangs up the phone, and rushes anxiously toward Aisha, but Sang Biao sticks to them like glue, impossible to shake off. He also chases them to the embassy gate, planning to charge inside and take Aisha away. But the guards are not pushovers either. The two sides nearly clash. Sang Biao's father quickly stops him, saying, "You brainless son, can you not just watch the entrance, and make sure they have nowhere to run? As long as I find my grandson, I will raise him to be my heir. You really are hopeless." Those words completely enrage Sang Biao. Ever since he was young his father has looked down on him. He angrily grabs one of his men, and takes his anger out on him. Not long after, Dibiao also arrives at the embassy. Sang Biao has already surrounded the place completely, but Sang Biao is also extremely cunning, carefully checking every car that enters or leaves, to avoid being exposed. Dibiao can only pretend he is there for business. Only then does Sang Biao let him drive in. After so many years the two finally meet again. Aisha holds Dibiao tightly. She finally sees hope. But now a new problem appears. To take the newborn child out of the country, the child must have legal status. Only then can he receive national protection. The embassy advises him to get legal status for the boy as soon as possible. And the only option right now is for Dibiao to marry Aisha. Dibiao is deeply conflicted. On one side is Dongmei waiting at home to marry him. On the other is the promise he once made. In the end Dibiao proposes to Aisha himself. And just like that the two of them sign their names on the marriage certificate. From then on their fates are tied together. But just as they escape from the embassy, they run into Sang Biao's frantic attempt to stop them.